How's it going? How you doing? Short TV Gamer here. We're gonna talk about some Silent Hill 2 remake. Silent Hill in general, probably. This isn't like a formatted. I didn't write anything down. This is just me talking to you, bro. So I hope you're doing okay. How you feeling? You're searching a lot of Silent Hill lately. Do you know something that I don't? Tell me. Tell me when this game's coming out. I wanna know. Please. Please, if you're a developer, please hint something. I need to know. And my channel could use that, by the way. Get people to come here. No, listen. Please do that. Listen, I probably don't know what you already know. Or I probably don't know as much as you do, or we know the same. I know the game is going to be seamless compared to the original Silent Hill 2. I know that the combat is going to be enhanced, where the AI is not going to be this derpy thing that just stands and gets beaten over and over again. And the only worry you really have is, are you surrounded or not? How much health do you have for being reckless? You know what I mean? Like, if you do it right, you're going to be okay. Most likely. I don't know. I somehow have died in that game a few times, so I'm not really the best Silent Hill player, but maybe you are. I don't know. But so the combat, right? Enhanced, smarter AI. Don't get hit. That still applies. I hope that the survival elements are there, where manage your bullets. If there's durability, manage that. Be careful. Choose your battles. You don't have to kill every single thing you see. That was a thing in the original. I don't know if that's still going to be the case, or you have to. I don't know how health is going to be involved. I don't know how you heal. I hope you don't regenerate and stuff like that. That would be ridiculous. And then it's just, there's going to be, because the game is so much more larger, there's going to probably be a lot more parts in the game that we've never witnessed before, that are brand new, that weren't in the original. I know that the faces, like James Sunderland's face, the main character that you play in Silent Hill 2, I'm sure that people like it, but the face is different. It's hard to describe, but it doesn't look like a real face for me. It just feels like it's in between this, like, realistic, but also this, character creation looking guy. You know what I mean? But the environment, the graphics, whew, like, those things are top notch. The animation looks okay as well. Probably a lot better when the game comes out. The music is going to be there. The creator of Silent Hill 2's enemy design, he's going to be there. And he's made some changes that he thinks would be better. And maybe, from what I heard, some of it was something he wanted to do before, but it just didn't, to the designs. So, with that said, that's all I really know. Leave a comment and let me know what you know that I don't know, and if I'm wrong about stuff, because I'm not saying everything I'm saying is accurate. I just, in my head, this is what I remember. Okay? And so, the things that I think will be in the game, the story might take a few more turns than originally. Some of the things that are hard to talk about might be changed. I hope not. And I think that the length of the game is going to be bigger, right? Hopefully. Because, if you know where you're going in the original, you can beat this game quick, real quick. And it can turn into a holiday tradition, something you do every year or something with a partner of yours or a friend or something, or every few years. So that's all I know. So with that said, I wanted to tell you the experience I've had with, now that the game's been announced for about a year now, what I went through. At first, I was not happy. I just had a horrible feeling that the game is going to hit me the wrong way, rub on me the wrong way. I don't, like, at the time, I did not want my game that I love so much, Silent Hill 2, to be any different than what I already played. I just wanted updated textures. That's it. That's all I wanted. And I would have bought that game. And they would say, that's game of the year for me. I mean, that's just the way I am. That's how much I don't, that's just the way I was. Maybe I still am. That's why I keep saying it in the present. I still feel these things, but they've subsided a lot. Kind of like how the profound anxiety and depression I've been dealing with ever since I got off medication. I've been going through withdrawal symptoms. And it was Latuda, and then Latuda takes sometimes 70 days for you to just come off the withdrawals, finally. And so the reason why I brought that up is because I changed in the last 3 months completely. I couldn't watch video games. I couldn't play video games. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't listen to TV. I couldn't listen to music. I couldn't do anything. I was in a state of fear constantly, and I lost my mind. I saw things and heard things that weren't there. I saw things and heard things that weren't there. I mean, seriously. I mean, it was insane. Apparently, that medication helps you with schizophrenia, but I take it for manic depression, which it helps with. But if you get off it cold turkey, you might hallucinate for a little bit. But, like, there are so many things I have not mentioned what I went through. But, I mean, it was horrible. Lost 30 pounds in, like, a 3-week period. I couldn't eat and stuff like that. I'm going to urgent care today because there's something wrong with my insides. I don't know what's going on. Might be my appendix, might be my kidneys, might be gas. I don't know. But if it's an appendix, I don't want to, mess around anymore. I've already waited a few days, which, to be honest, if it was appendix, I think it would have burst by now, from what I heard. But anyway, I've been through a lot of pain, mentally, physically, even spiritually. I lost faith off and on, off and on, off and on. I would resent, and then I would be forgiving, and then resent, and then, I mean, it was ridiculous. Almost went to hospital multiple times for just being in psychosis, which is you lost perspective of reality in some form and at some level. So, with that said, my perspective on everything is different now. Here's what I feel like now. I feel like no one's going to touch my game because I already have it. And there's ways you can have it too without buying it. But honestly, these games I always buy because they mean that much to me. But they're always expensive. And I don't recommend the HD collection, but if you can get it, get it. If that's the only way. But my introduction to Silent Hill was Silent Hill 4, and then I played PT, and then I went back and played 2, 3, played 1. I played 1 a few times when I was younger, but 4 was my favorite for a while, and then, 2 obviously became my favorite once I sat down and played it. PT is a close second. Dude, that's a playable trailer. That's not a game. Get out of here with that stuff. I pressed buttons. I went through it. There's a beginning and end, and it's quite terrifying. Love the ambience of the game too. I listen to that when I'm writing horror or writing a song or just journaling my feelings and stuff like that that are dark. Helps me tap into the part of me that I need to put simply, get out of me. And Silent Hill, the reason why I'm talking about the Silent Hill 2 in particular is that for me, like, it gets the stuff out. It's like over time, when things are hitting me and making me depressed like I am now, I put on the game and it just explains how I feel and puts the thoughts in my mind to kind of work with now that they're in there, because sometimes I can't figure things out just on my own. If I could, I wouldn't even use the internet. But no, I need more around me. It's the reason why I create videos as well. I just want to put things out there for other people to consume and stuff like that. That's the way I am. I've always been that way. Silent Hill 2 is no exception. I consume it once in a while just because I'm bored, or because I'm going through something, or because my friend never played it, or a girlfriend, or whatever. I just get them to play it. It's insane what a game can do for you. What a game can do. This game has done a lot for people. That's why people care. It's done a lot. They look at this game in such a high regard. I mean, even considering changing anything in it is like almost like you're in their space, their private space. Yeah, I mean, this game is a tradition to a lot of people around Halloween. Not just that, but maybe they play it when they got it, whenever they got it. Like, they play around that time. Or they play it because they're going through something themselves and they want to be around these broken fictional characters because they're broken themselves. And maybe there's some solution. Maybe it's an escapism. You can't think about a lot of things when you're trying to survive, not dying in the game, when things get really difficult. The puzzles and stuff like that too, which that was another thing. The puzzles are going to be a little different from what I hear. So with that said, I mean, that's where people are. And then there's me and, the new version of me and a bunch of other people that are like just going to embrace it. They're just going to be like, I'm going to play it. And if it sucks, it sucks, and I won't play it again, but I'm going to play it. Or I'm going to watch somebody. I'm going to wait for the reviews. The thing is that a lot of people just kind of accepted it. That, okay, so Blooper's, helping making the game from the ground up. Okay, so Konami's going to give them what they need, and they're going to follow the story and stuff like that, but they're also going to do all this stuff to it, the gameplay, everything. Maybe what the biggest concern I have for the game that still is with me is frame rate. If it stutters, that's going to suck. That's just the way I feel. But I hope it's stable, because that's going to help me decide if I'm going to buy it. If it's stable. I think I want to play it at least one time. Not because, part of me wants to say, I'm doing it because I want to encourage them to keep making games. Look, like, I want them to keep making Silent Hill, but, maybe they're going in a direction I don't like and stuff like that, then I'm probably not going to get the other ones. But unless something drastic comes out, makes me not want to buy it, well, I will be on YouTube to talk about it, that's for sure. Because they have me right now. They didn't have me in the beginning, but they have me now. Because, like I said, they can't touch the ones I already have. Like, I have Silent Hill 2, 3, 4, 1. I have Homecoming for PS2. Or not Homecoming. What is that called? Is it called Homecoming? No, Origins. That's the one I have on PS2. Silent Hill Origins. The truck driver guy. Yeah, yeah. First played it on PSP, and I ended up years and years later get the PS2 version. I don't have the PSP one anymore, but it was cool at the time. Like, oh my god, I remember reading it on the magazines on Game Informer. It was a big deal. Anyway, the over your shoulder perspective, third person over the shoulder instead of these fixed angles. Look, man, I'm gonna just go with it. That was a big one for me in the beginning. I was like, God, why? Why did they change that? And it's because they wanted to. I mean, it's their game. I mean, as long as they own it, they're gonna do what they want to do. My only problem, and this is not just for Konami. I mean, this is not even about Konami right now. This is about game developers in general. That players have feedback, fans have feedback, and the truth is if you don't listen to them, then they're not going to play your game. There are people out there that are too hard, too critical, I need it to be this, keep everything to the last detail the way it needs to be, like it was. There's people like that, but then there's people like, hey, we're saying please focus on the horror aspect of it, or hey, please don't make this like full of DLC and stuff like that. I'm just thinking of like games in general, not this game, but and if they do it anyway, like Diablo 4 is an example. Look, like people keep telling them like how it should be, like, hey, make this change, and they don't do anything, and then next thing you know, people are upset, and now you only have like 400 people on Twitch watching that game, or whatever number it was, I don't remember. Can you tell I've been listening to Asmongold as I fall asleep? Yeah, like, you gotta listen to the fans, the player, the people that bought it especially, right? So that's the issue lately, is a lot of game developers like do these things that were unnecessary in the first place, and they did it because they wanted to, and it's their right and all that. But if they don't go back and change it later, if they can, there are things you just can't undo once you put it in the game and put it out in public. Even then, like, even if the game is not out yet and you've already made these things in the game, well, if you take them out, the game doesn't work anymore or something like that. Eventually, when the game is practically done, any little change can just throw off the entire game in general. And now it's all buggy and stuff like that. I'm praying that doesn't happen with Silent Hill 2. But either way, now I'm just like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. That's the kind of person I want others to be about this situation. If you see the game and a part of you is like, okay, I think I want to play it, and it could be for any reason. Don't get upset when you spent the money. Like, you did it. Now embrace it. That's the kind of perspective I have now. Before, it was like, I spent money on this game and now I'm depressed. I don't know. I think I can handle it. Okay, so I bought a game and it did not become something that I was hoping it would. I mean, the hype was too strong. Whatever the reason I have, I want to go back a little bit and just say, you feel whatever you're gonna feel. Like, I'm not trying to change your mind. I think I was trying to in the beginning. Don't, like, just whatever you do you. But this is just, I guess, my journey, and I'm projecting. But yeah, this has been my journey. It's been hard. When they canceled PT, going back to that real quick, when they canceled PT, that was devastating for me, because that was the reason why I got a PS4. I'm gonna play this game, and I never got to. That was why I had negative feelings in the first place. And then they ended up making these, Konami ended up making gambling machines and stuff like that for the longest time, mobile games and stuff like that. I was just like, dude, dude, I just started to really get into this series, and you just kind of you just left. I was in love with you. You told me forever. That's how it felt. And the way they treated Kojima and all that stuff. Dude. And all the speculations ever since. All the theories about that. I mean, whether if they want to admit it or not, they made a game. And it lives on in our hearts and in our memory, and sometimes on our hard drive on the PS4. Or this Unreal Engine version of it, I think. That's what it was. Was it Unreal Engine when they did it again for PC? Like some fan. Anyway. What I'm saying is this whole Silent Hill 2 remake, and how they're going to talk about it this month at some point. I don't know. My computer's frozen. Okay. What is happening? It's Konami. They're trying to cancel me. Look, I don't know what I was gonna say, but this game is going to be on my mind this month, and I feel like it's gonna be something I'm just gonna embrace. I'm gonna spend the money, unless there's something seriously wrong with it, and I'll come back here. But I think I'm gonna play it on my channel. I'm gonna do a let's play. I'm gonna play through it. I'm gonna have unless they don't want me to upload it on YouTube for whatever reason, I'll play it. I'll have fun. Hopefully, we can experience it together through my uploads and stuff like that. But in the end, I'm just thankful that my perspective has changed, because it was the same thing I felt when it came to like Resident Evil 2 and 3 and 4 and stuff like that. Like these remakes, besides 3, people love. Resident Evil 7, that was a phenomenal game. Dialed it back with horror. And 8, Resident Evil Village, but besides 3 and Village, I liked everything they've made. I still wish it was fixed camera angles. I still want a remaster of the remaster of Resident Evil. Remaster. That's just called Resident Evil on GameCube. I do. These games, like, in the end, and I'm contradicting myself throughout this entire video, and I understand that. That's the way I feel about this game. God, man, I can't. That's the thing. It's like, even at the end of this video, now I'm unsure again. I'm unsure, and I think that's a lot of people. I think that right there, what I just said, is the issue. We're all unsure. I think Konami is unsure. I think Blooper Team might be unsure. I think every fan or people that are listening about the game, they're either like, oh, okay, cool. Or they're like just so unsure. They're like, do I buy it? Do I play it? Do I buy it? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what I'm going to do. And this didn't change throughout this video. This was interesting, to say the least. I'm going to embrace it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go in there. I'm just going to play the game. I'm going to see how it goes. You know what? I might love it. I might hate it. I might love it later. I might hate it later after I loved it. I don't know. Is this a toxic relationship? Yes! And that's how it goes sometimes, right? So, those are my thoughts on Silent Hill 2 Remake. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. I think you are too. I think that this whole excitement that I have for this game And also these worries that I have, and going through medication changes and all of that, like, I'm more abrasive now. There was a point to that medication talk, besides just giving you an update. It does relate, because I don't think I would be as abrasive if I didn't go through that. I think I would still be so negative, and I'm serious. I was like one of the most negative people when it came to Silent Hill 2 remake, but it's changed. It's changed, and if I can get a free copy, that would be great. If they want to send it to me, hey, start a new channel. It would be great on the whole, like, Konami's back. Hey, we supported a channel that doesn't have a lot of subscribers. We did, and now they're blown up. They're known as the Silent Hill guy, and if the game falls, we'll blame him. No, I don't want that to happen. Let me buy the game. I just want to embrace it, despite everything going on with my mind. So that's it. I'm Short TV Gamer. My thoughts on Silent Hill 2 Remake. Take care.